Well, Alaska's a passion, so cut me off if I get going too far along. But he's right, Ed's right. Beverly went with us, and Pat. Anybody else that been there through the years? No, that I can remember or see. Speaking of those that have gone, in those 14 years, the church has sent 16 years. The first year we went, 14 years is our leadership. The year before we became leaders, Kenny DeMoliner and his wife Rachel were the leaders. And the year prior to that was kind of a scouting out mission team, and Angie Bryant at the time, now Angie Crawford, led that team. So literally, First Baptist Church Ocala are almost residents up there in Laverne Griffin Camp outside of Wasilla, Alaska. But it's really special to us, as you can imagine. As long as we have the wherewithal and the physical ability, I don't think we'll ever lose the desire, because it is really, really a special place. And speaking of folks going, we added up. I keep track of who goes each year. And through those 14 years only, now I didn't count number 1 and number 2, but the other 14 that we're responsible for leading, there are 87 different people have gone with us up there. And I think that's neat. And that's one of the really cool things that Pat and I enjoy, is when new people that haven't been, I don't even know who it was, but I've heard one of our ladies had never been west of the Mississippi River. So taking people up to Alaska is really special. Now, as far as going up there goes, what do? We prepare, we de-winterize the camp for the summer work that they do. Bringing in kids for vacation Bible type schools for the week. And the ladies clean the camp top to bottom, every square inch of every cabin and every building up there. And the men do everything outside and some inside. We replaced an entire toilet, replaced an entire bathroom sink, and such as that. That's the kind of stuff we do. And we are responsible for that. When our persons pay for it, the fee that you pay takes care of first of all, the plane fare, which is exorbitant in most cases, round trip. Then our room and board at the camp, and we stay in cabins, bunk beds, and there's a bathhouse, men's and women's divided, and have to walk a little bit sometimes when it's necessary, but it's always necessary. But anyway, room and board, and then we have to rent a van or two for transportation when we get there. Then we had to pay for that fuel, and then we buy supplies for the team for the week, little this and that's, and then the rest of the money goes to the camp. We bought that toilet, we bought that sink, and we put it in, and other things, shower curtains. We bought life vests before, and fishing rods and reels for the lakeside stuff, and that's where that money goes most of the time. And then whatever's left over, we're able to leave some for the camp, either for scholarships or for some incidental expenses that they might have through their summer work. And this year, the team as a total, when some folks just said, I'd like to leave some money for the camp, we left over $700 for that camp. And that's all I got. I'll see you later.
I kind of followed them on Facebook while they were gone. Two things stand out to me. Number one, all of you may not know that Grace Youngblood, Martha's daughter, is staying for the summer. She's a summer camp worker, and that's going to be an awesome experience for her. Two pictures stand out in my mind. One was the girls cleaning all the bathrooms in there. I tried to get them to come to my house, but they wouldn't do that. And the other one, Mike gets up early in the morning, goes, sits on a bench by the lake to do his devotion. And Pat caught him out there with a swan on the bench with him. I think the swan was also doing devotion. Sure. But Mike was just showing me the pictures of two swans swimming up, and they came walking up the bank to where he was, and one landed up on the bench where he was sitting doing his Bible study. It's an incredibly beautiful place. If you get a chance to go, you might wanna sign up to go with them the next trip. But remember, you have to work if you go, so it is not a pleasure cruise. But pray for the teams that go, because they do a great work there. And like Mike said, they've been doing it a long time.